Hey, Team Mile Seekers, and welcome. Welcome to the Hangout, folks. Welcome to the Ninja Traffic Academy Mastermind Team Hangout. Folks, I do not know about you, but I am pumped up, guys, ready to go. So excited. We are into the fourth quarter of 2015, guys. And I'm telling you, going into 2015, we're in 2015, going into 2016 into the home stretch, folks, I'm excited. You're going to see me looking over here a little bit because I have another huge Mac on my desk for all you Mac users, and I'm going to be checking to make sure everything is working okay. And I can see myself over here on that other screen. Who's that good-looking guy? Just kidding. Looks kind of funny, so I'm going to turn off the volume. And folks, folks, I'm truly blessed. Let me just switch this screen because I have another Miles over here, and he's talking away. It's a little bit annoying, so I'm going to switch a little bit. Actually, I like having that screen open, but I'm so animated at times. I need to shut that screen down. So how's everybody doing? I am excited. I'm glad to be back. I've missed you folks. I hope you've missed me. And for those of you that have been invited as guests, I want you to know that when I'm talking to my team and I'm telling them that I've missed them, it hasn't been that long. It's been probably about a month. When I first created this Ninja Traffic Academy team, we were doing Hangouts every single week. Actually, it was a boot camp. It was a boot camp that we were doing every week, an 8-week boot camp, which went very, very well. And then I also did some follow-up Hangouts. Now, I got a lot of stuff to cover, guys, and I'm really excited about it. Just a couple of things I want to pre-frame you all for, and I really want to get down to business. So I'm going to roll up my sleeves so we can really get down to business, guys. I'm just so excited because, folks, this is what I love to do. For those of you that don't know me, I love helping people. Because listen, guys, if you find somebody that tells you they're going to do it or they're going to do it for you, run the other way. Okay, I'm just here to help you folks, help you change your life. Now, whatever that means to you, that could mean a number of things, guys, but I'm here to help you because in order to change your life, guys, I'm not going to do it. Vic is not going to do it. Frank Kern's not going to do it. Tony Rush is not going to do it. John Lavinia is not going to do it. Your husband, your wife, your spouse, your children, they're not going to do it. You're going to have to do it, folks. And you heard me mentioning a couple people. Those are all mentors of mine. But, folks, you're going to have to do it. Now, share something with you. So you may be saying to yourself, well, Miles, I'm brand new, and I need a sense of direction. Well, folks, that's why I'm here. I'm going to be here to point you in the right direction. And again, I want to kind of set the framework because this Hangout is really just for members, direct members of my Ninja Traffic Academy team. Now, I have invited a few people, so there are some guests. I may even take the recording and send it out to my list. Now, folks, I'm going to do this. Are you listening? Okay. I'm going to do this very strategic, guys. And listen, whatever I'm sharing with you, the way I run my business, the way I do things, folks, everything is strategic. It's not by chance. I don't just do things just to do them. In fact, even something as simple as a post on Facebook. Folks, as entrepreneurs, teams, you know this. As entrepreneurs, we are way too busy to be fooling around. And you know, I'm not going to, I won't go there right now. But, folks, we are much too busy to be fooling around. So as you're building your business, you really need to think strategic and understand that you and I, you know, whether your name is Donald Trump or whether your name is Barack Obama, we're all the same, guys. That's the problem with a lot of marketers. They look at someone and they think, wow, I could never do what they did, or I could never get to that level. I mean, many of you look at me and you're like, oh, I couldn't do what Miles is doing. I couldn't do these Hangouts. Wait a minute. So if I'm going to build a successful business online, do I need to do what Miles is doing? Do I need to do these Hangouts in his boot camp? And the answer, folks, is no. No. But what you do need to do, folks, is you need to serve your audience. Now, your audience, folks, could be a number of people. Your audience, guys, your audience is all over the place. It depends on how you interpret your audience. Your audience could be friends of yours on Facebook, could be family and friends. But listen, you don't need to build your business hitting up family and friends. I'm just giving you an example. It could be coworkers. It could be anybody out there. But when I'm talking about your audience, folks, I'm talking about your list. So let's get it straight right now, guys. Even if you're brand new, if you just joined my team an hour ago, you need to understand something. If you are looking to build an online store, what did Miles just say? Yes, if you are looking to build an online store, folks, that's what we have here. See, here's the problem, folks. Here's why so many people struggle to make money online. Folks, this is really not that difficult. Trust me, it's not. I'm an ex-real estate investor. Ex-broke real estate investor. Although, let me give myself a pat on the back. I did extremely well in real estate until that market just crashed. But anyway, here I am now. So coming from a real estate background, I really had no internet marketing background, as many of you may not have, or maybe you've been online for 5-10 years and you've been struggling. And you're starting to say to yourself, I hear people making money online, flashing screenshots, talking about how well they're doing, but I just can't seem to break this online code of making money online. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. It's not you. It is not you. It's the training you've been focusing on. It's the stuff, okay? It's the stuff you've been buying. It's the opportunities you've been joining. And to put it bluntly, not having the right mentorship or leadership, because guys, in the beginning, I didn't focus on, talking about mentors, talking about leadership that much. But because in the beginning, and folks, when I say in the beginning, I'm actually talking about 2.5 years ago when I jumped online 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was. But folks, things have changed. Consumers have gotten very smart. I can remember hearing, because remember, I've been only online for about 3 years, but I can remember hearing from friends of mine, people that are way up there, okay? 5 or 6 years ago, 2000, well, actually longer, 10 years ago, 2005, 2006, 2007, when I was involved in real estate, it was much easier to just throw up a crappy website, cheesy little opt-in page, landing page, we call it, squeeze page, what have you, and somebody would opt in, and whatever you were selling, they would buy it. But folks, that's changed. That's changed. And you know what? A lot of times people see things changing, and they think that's a bad thing. Folks, never interpret change as something bad. That's a good thing, folks, because that's going to weed out all of the other so-called marketers. You folks listening to me, you folks on my team, I consider you folks ninja, even if you're not on my team. If you're here listening to me, if for some reason you want to hear what this guy has to say, I call that ninja. So back to what I was saying earlier, folks, you have to understand something. I see it every day, guys. I get contacted every day, people wanting to work with me, people wanting to know the, quote, secret to making money online. And these people jump online. Now, folks, it doesn't matter if you're promoting a product, if you're doing some business opportunity. Folks, it's all the same. Listen, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Folks, it's called sales. So, having said that, I want to save you a lot of time, effort, and wasted money by just really painting the picture how it is. Folks, what we do, we're in sales. And I want to really point that out, because for some strange reason, some people, not everybody, not you ninjas, but some people out there think that salespeople, a salesperson, kind of gives a negative connotation. Folks, do you know that sales, being in sales, is the highest paid profession in the world, hands down, hands down. Listen, guys, Many of you, we all, we all listen to music. We all watch movies. Those movie stars, those recording artists make a lot of money, don't they? You see them driving flashy cars, living in big houses, nice clothes. Well, some of them dress nice. So the stars make a lot of money. The movie stars make a lot of money. But do you know who really makes the money? Do you know who's really making the money, folks? Do you know? It's their managers. It's the production company. It's the people who are generating the sales. And sales is a good thing, folks. I want you to look at sales in this way. Sales is a way of changing people's lives. A lot of people don't know what they don't know, okay? And they don't know what's good for them. There may be a product or service right over here that could absolutely change their lives, but they're skeptical. They bought stuff before, they've been burned. They or come to the conclusion that nothing works. Folks, come on. We have a lot of things to talk about here, and I'm going to try to do it in 45 minutes because I want to keep these hangouts reasonable. I love doing this, folks. Ask my team members. There are times where we've done hangouts that are an hour and a half, 2 hours, because I love doing what I do, and I love sharing, and I love teaching, but I also want to respect your time. And I also don't want to give you too much that you can't digest. So my goal is to keep these around 45 minutes, 50 minutes or so. I'm looking at the clock right here. And folks, this is not going to be our only hangout. So there will be a lot more if you're digging what I'm talking about. So anyway, so back to sales, folks. Everything I share with you guys, I don't just wing it, okay? Even though I don't have a script. I don't believe in scripts, guys. I speak from my heart, but I don't wing it. I carefully plan and think about what I'm going to share with you folks. And, many of us talk about golden nuggets. That's something that a lot of people talk about. People that are online, people that are in business, talk about someone shared a golden nugget with them. Well, folks, what I'm going to be sharing with you folks, and what I am sharing with you right now, are golden nuggets, guys. So I don't want you to just kind of let it go in one ear and out the other. What I'm saying, folks, what I'm going to share with you is how you can crush it online. Because, folks, I'm going to tell you something. It's not the tools. Did you hear that, guys? It's not the tools. If it was the tools, the statistics, and I verified this with my buddy Frank Kern, the statistics would be different. So as of right now, and folks, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because if this is not for you, this business of making money online, I recommend that you do something else right now to save yourself a lot of time and trouble and wasted effort and money. I know everyone listening to the sound of my voice, I don't care if you just jumped online. Everyone listening to the sound of my voice can do this. I know you can. You can do this. The question is, do you want it bad enough? Listen, guys, if you don't want it, no matter what I say, no matter what Vic Stryzewski says, no matter what Jason McLean says, no matter what Dan Ziegler says, folks, it's not going to make a difference. And I'm speaking to you from experience, real world experience. In fact, guys, I personally probably would not do these hangouts to the degree that I do them unless I've lived this stuff. I've been through it. And folks, I'm not just talking about results. Yes, I've made a lot of money online. I have had great results. But listen, guys, that's not what it's all about. You can certainly, if you want to do a hangout yourself, you can certainly do a hangout without having generated any sales. Folks, it comes down to value. Sharing value with your followers, with your lists. So we're going to segue back, guys. We're going to stay with me, guys. We're coming in for a landing, okay? So talking about sales, please understand something, folks. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you're selling. I don't care if you're in real estate. Yes, I don't care if you're insurance. I don't care if you're part of some biz op or there's some widget that you found on ClickBank that you're looking to sell online. Folks, it's all the same. And that's what screws a lot of people up. They try to distinguish or separate things. Guys, it's all the same. It's all comes down to sales. We sell things online, and the things that we're selling should be significant enough where it's going to impact somebody's life. It's going to actually change somebody. They're not just going to buy this thing and, they're excited about it, and then after 30 days, 60 days, whatever, they never open the book again, or they never log into the website again, and they're on to the next product. Folks, you do not want to be that type of marketer, okay? So let's bring them two together. We are salespeople, all right? But the term that we use, which I personally like, we are marketers, folks. We are entrepreneurs. We are online entrepreneurs. And again, as I said in the beginning, you need to understand that folks, as soon as you put your credit card in, as soon as you buy your thing, you now have an online store. Unless it's an opportunity where they don't provide you with a website. Maybe you need to build your own. And when I say build your own website, I'm not talking about a full-blown website, folks. I'm talking about a landing page. We call it a squeeze page or an opt-in page. That one page, folks, is your website. That is the front door of your business, which I'm sure all of my team members know because I'm always beating them over the head about that. So, guys, understand something. Folks, understand this. Once you decide to jump online, you now have an online store. That's it. And it's beautiful. It's no different from opening a franchise, opening a pizza shop on the corner, opening a Domino's Pizza. Folks, there's a reason why I mentioned Domino's Pizza. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that on a future, we're going to talk about that on a future Hangout. That's for all the ninjas, guys. I'm going to relate Domino's Pizza to something called an irresistible offer and how you folks can build your own. You can, whatever you're selling, you can turn whatever you are offering or selling into an irresistible offer. But there's a technique for doing that. And I'm going to share that with you guys probably on the next Hangout. We don't have time tonight. So now we've established that, number one, you have an online store. Now, guys, this store, this virtual store is no different, like I said, from having a brick and mortar store with windows, a door. You have customers coming in and out. Customers are browsing. They may not necessarily buy, or, maybe you have a woman's dress shop. They may not buy that dress the first time, although they'd like to. I know how you women are. I know how my wife is. My wife loves shopping. They may come back a few days later or next week and buy that dress or what have you. But understand, folks, you now have an online store. And to make money, you need to attract customers. And what I'm talking about, many of you already know. But again, guys, understand something. There are a lot of new people that have just joined my team. They're brand new. And I am not going to talk in internet technical mumbo jumbo. Most people don't understand that. And most people don't want to hear that. That was a golden nugget, folks. When you are speaking to your list, do not, let me repeat, do not assume that your list knows what you know. Do not assume that your list knows what an autoresponder is. I can remember years ago, I didn't know what an autoresponder was. Do not assume that your list knows what traffic is. Do not assume your list knows even what a lead is. Folks, you need to speak in layman's terms when people come into your store. Okay, are you with me? You really need to always be able to communicate on a level where you are assuming that person just jumped online, or they really don't know much about internet marketing. If they do know, great. But still, you want to be able to explain. Let's take your business, for example, you marketers out there. You want to be able to, for example, I'm going to give you guys an analogy. Excuse me. I love analogies. Let me get some water here. So do you remember, guys, whenever, those of you that have children, And sometimes there was a parent teacher day or something like that. So Johnny's father is a fireman. Mary's mother is a nurse. Johnny's father is a doctor, whatever. So now they come into the classroom. Now maybe these are first graders, second graders, and what that parent is going to do is explain to them what they do for a living. You've seen that before, where you have the classroom, and parents will come in and they'll explain to their son or daughter's classmates what they do for a living. Now, if they're smart, they're not going to start talking about medical terms and different operations. No, they're going to really break it down in layman's terms where a 6 or 7-year-old could understand. Folks, do you know? And this is a sad state of affairs. I'm not happy to tell you what I'm getting ready to tell you. But do you know that the majority of the American population only reads on a 3rd grade level? When I heard that and saw those stats, it just blew my mind. Most people read on a 3rd grade level. So, folks, these people are on your list. And that's not to put anybody down. I'm just telling you like it is. I'm telling you, if you want to make money, and I'm sure that's why you're here, not just to look at my smiling face, you are here to make money and change your life. Number one. Listen, guys, not changing your family's life, not changing your children's life, not changing your spouse's life. Folks, it's called what's my analogy, guys? What's my analogy? Putting on your oxygen mask first. The first thing you need to think about, folks, is changing your life. And once you do that, then you can change the lives of your loved ones and people around you. But listen, guys, let's tie it together. While you're changing your life, you need to have a why. And your why needs to be strong, guys. It's got to be really strong. Because if your why is not strong enough, the minute you run a campaign and it bombs, or the minute you lose some money, from running a advertising campaign or driving traffic, driving customers to your website, you're going to say to yourself, this doesn't work. And you're going to get down on yourself. You're going to say to yourself, well, that young lady can do it, but I just can't do it. Folks, never get down on yourself. You can do it. And yes, guys, tonight we are really just talking about, what are we talking about, folks? We're talking about your mindset. And we're never going to stop talking about this because, guys, when I jumped online about 3 years ago, I don't want to use the term lucky, but I have a way of looking at things that I don't think the average person looks at. I'm not saying nobody does. Maybe you folks do. You're not average, okay? But the average person, the way they look at things, I don't look at things that way. And here's what I mean. When I jumped online over 3 years ago, you folks know my story. I met Vic Strizes, joined Air Traffic Academy, blah, 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 made some money. But before I did that, I had spent $5,000 on a program that really did nothing for me. And I was going to take the attitude, excuse me, guys. I was starting to take the attitude that this does not work. Maybe I should go back to corporate America. I was at a crossroad, guys, and but I said to myself, okay, I know people personally. See, that's where it makes it powerful. I wasn't just seeing people on the internet that I didn't know. I knew people personally that were making money online, and I knew they were no smarter than me, So I said to myself, wait a minute, if they're able to do it, I know I can do it. I just haven't hooked up with the right people or found the right training, but I know I could do it. So I recognized that right away. The other thing I noticed about these people, because I talked to these people, they didn't know it, but I was somewhat interviewing them. And so I took a survey of people that are successful online. I recommend you folks do the same thing. So I kind of took, not an actual survey, but I spoke to people. I Skyped them, I emailed them, and I started to see a trend from the people that were really crushing it. I'm not talking about the people that are making, $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000 a month. Although that's good. That's very good for, maybe you're doing it part-time, paying extra bills or whatever. But I'm talking about the people that were really crushing it. People that were making $10, $20, $30,000 a month. No, I didn't stutter. $30,000 a month, 50 grand a month. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. What are these people doing that the other 90%, according to the stats, are not doing? And it seemed to always come down to mindset. Even though these people weren't really talking about mindset, they weren't putting in their advertising, putting in their promotions that you really need to work on yourself. You need to work on your mindset. You need to work on your belief system and really reorganize your subconscious mind. A lot of people think that's just mumbo jumbo. Miles, I don't want to hear that. Mindset. Miles, just tell me what is the latest, greatest traffic strategy so I can crush it. Well, folks, I can give you the latest traffic. I can give you the latest, greatest traffic strategy. But unless you got this called mindset screwed on straight, you may get lucky and make a few sales here and there, but it's not going to make a difference. You're not going to crush it. Folks, I'm assuming, I might be wrong, I'm assuming that most of you listening to the sound of my voice would like to make a full-time living online. You'd like to do this full-time. If you have a job, you may not hate your job, but you'd rather be doing something else. You'd like to do this full-time. Folks, I'm telling you, every single day, let's get it straight right now. Not when you feel like it, but every single day. Folks, I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, while you're sitting on the toilet. 10 minutes, you need to work on your mindset. And what do I mean by that? You folks know what I mean. Some people here are brand new, maybe they don't. I'm talking about picking up a book, and it should be something on personal development, business, what have you. Here's one of my favorites. This book I have here is really the second most important book in my life. It's actually changed my life. The Bible is first. This book for business is number 2. So, folks, I probably read this book probably 5 or 6, 7 times, and I refer to it almost each and every day. It doesn't have to be this book, guys, but pick up a book and start reading, guys. 10, 15 minutes. Watch a positive video on YouTube. Listen to some positive audio, something that's going to feed your mind, not the crap that's on TV or the news. Folks, so guys, here's what I'm talking about. Many of you, and I know this is true for some of you, folks, I'm just going to, no BS here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you like it is. Some of you, you know who you are. You don't want to admit the truth. You're looking for a shortcut. Man, I see it all the time. I see it on the dance floor. You folks know that I love, my wife and I are salsa dancers. If you don't know, you know now. And we're pretty freaking good. But, I see a lot of people that just want to skip over the basics, and they want to just do the fancy moves. They want to get to the fancy stuff that looks good, something they saw on TV. As internet marketers, they want to get to the advanced traffic strategies. Miles, tell me about retargeting. Miles, I want to retarget. Tell me about regenerated traffic. Tell me about whatever. I say, stick with the basics. Build your business on a strong, solid foundation. After you've done that, then you can experiment more with advanced strategies. Folks, we're going to talk about that more too. I'm just giving you guys a pre-frame of what we're going to be talking about as a team going forward. Guys, just coming back, maybe it's been about a month and a half. This is our first team hangout. Actually, going into fourth quarter, it's going to be fall soon. This is our first team hangout, folks. Relax. If there's some stuff I'm saying going over your head a little bit, relax, guys. I got you. Relax. We're going to be getting together every other week, like twice a month. Maybe I may have some hangouts back to back. No worries. I'll let you know. You'll get an email ahead of time. But folks, if you're part of my team, we are a family, and I'm going to be here to support you folks 100%. Why? Because folks, this is what I love to do. I love this. I love helping other people change their life. Folks, mine's already been changed, and it continues to change every day. I continue to be blessed every day. Somebody reaching out to me saying, Miles, thank you for helping me with my landing page. Thank you for answering my question. And I don't take any of those thank yous for granted. I went through a period of my life where I really wasn't sure where I'd end up or why I was put on this earth. And I know that's kind of a heavy statement, folks, but I've been blessed enough to find out, what my purpose is, and I found it. So I'll just leave it at that. So I am going to check the comments here in a second, guys. I know you probably have some comments, but I want to get back to what you should be focusing on every single day as you're building your business. I don't care what you're promoting. And folks, as you know, I promote a number of things. I want you folks to get to the stage where you can just go and grab something. You can just join something and you can crush it. I don't want you folks to be just another marketer, just another affiliate marketer, making a couple $100 here and there. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but folks, I'm just going by what you folks have told me. Almost everybody I've talked to that's communicated with me wants to do this full time. And I applaud you for that. This is incredible business, guys. My wife and I just got back from California. We were hanging out with Mr. Frank Kern, and we were doing some sightseeing. We were all over California, guys, and it was just great. I mean, I had my laptop with me, and of course I needed it for training with Frank Kern. But my point is, guys, whether I'm in my hotel room or whether I was sitting on the beach, I was able to work, if I wanted to, 24/7. It's just an incredible business, and I think all of you guys know that. So real quick, let's bring it home. Back to the online store idea, folks. Again, you understand that you have an online store. That's number one. Too many people jump online and they look at their business as some other thing. Folks, you have a virtual store. Your job as the owner, as the entrepreneur, as a marketer, is to attract customers to your store. What is your store? Your store is your website. That's what we call your store because it's online. It's virtual. So call it whatever you want. Call it your store. Call it your website. Doesn't matter. To a person off the street, most people know what a website is, but to a person off the street, it's a store. And you want to be able to, you want to learn. That's why you're here. Okay. You want to master attracting customers to your store or visitors, prospects. They're not really a customer until they buy something, but prospective customers, that's the word I'm looking for. You want to attract them to your store. In internet marketing terms, we call that traffic. A lot of you folks have heard that term before. It's traffic. Now, these folks, this is what's beautiful about online marketing. These folks are going to be attracted to your online store. Most likely, they're not going to purchase or buy something the first time they visit your store. Oh, they'll be back, or maybe they won't come back. But that's why we have something called a customer. Are you with me, guys? A customer store. Let me think of another word for that. I'm going to give you guys a good word. A customer, let me think. Well, where are your customers going to be housed? A customer, I'll think of the word later, guys, but it's a database. It's a place where you house your customers. Because see, here's the cool thing. This is what I love about online virtual stores. Normally, when someone visits a mall or a pizza shop, whatever, clothing store, they'll walk in and they'll walk out. And if they never come back, that store owner has lost them forever. But you know what? Offline businesses have gotten smart. They are now modeling us, guys. They're modeling us. Now when you go to a store, the smart ones, they're making sure that they get your email address. Whether it's Macy's, I can ask my wife about Macy's, one of her favorite stores. Macy's, what have you. It could be anything, guys. if they're most likely in many cases are going to get your email address. Why? So they can follow up with you. Because if you walk in that store and walk out, they don't have your information, you're gone. You may not be back. And there's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of other stores. So what we've been doing for years, folks, as marketers, when someone visits our store, in fact, never, guys, write this down. Never let anyone in your store without asking them for something first. Do not, folks, do not let anyone in your virtual online store unless you ask them for something first. And I'm not asking you to, ask them for a lot. All you want is their contact information. And when I say contact information, number one is their email address. You want their, in fact, so that's the deal. You want to come into my store, you want to visit my site, you want to see what's on the other side, you're gonna give me your email address. In some cases, I want your name, just your first name. So you can ask for their email address, first name, that's cool. And sometimes you don't even have to ask for their first name, but again, either email address or first name, email address. Now, once they give you that, then they're allowed to visit your store, because guess what? What did I tell you? Most people are not going to buy the first time. And folks, that's normal. That does not make you a bad marketer. Folks, do not think that superstar marketers, gurus, super affiliates, whatever you want to call those people, do not think that they have this ability that when people visit their online store the first time, they're making all these sales. BS. It's not happening. If they are telling you that, they're lying to you. They may make a few sales up front. That's cool. Yeah, a few sales up front. But the majority of their sales are going to be on the back end in the follow-up. Now listen, guys. What did I just say? The majority of the sales are going to be in the follow-up. Now, if you have not gotten their information, i.e. their email address, how the heck are you going to follow up with them? Macy's, the store Macy's, corporate Macy's, has figured this out years ago, really copying what we do. And they understand that they were losing millions of dollars by people coming into their store, leaving, never coming back, and not getting their information. It's called follow-up, guys. So having your online store is number one. That's number one. Now, without having a place where you can house those people that have visited your store / website, you have no business. So what is that thing where your customers are stored? These people that have visited your website, you're accumulating them. What is that, folks? That's called a list. That's your list, your subscriber list. So because the business that we're in is online marketing, virtual online marketing, unless you have a list, folks, you have no business. It's that simple. All the other stuff, guys, whiz bang, traffic strategies, what have you, it doesn't matter. So does that mean, well, Miles, I just jumped online. I just joined your team. I just started. Miles, I have no list. Beautiful. That's fine. I'd rather you not have a list right now. Probably the first time you ever heard that. Because most people, in fact, guys, I'm just telling you like it is. I'm not talking about anybody. I'm just telling you like it is. Most people out there are selling you fluff or just trying to sell you stuff that you don't need. I'm here to tell you the truth. Again, as a marketer, you need to take a stand, folks. From day one, you need to make a decision what you stand for, what you stand against. I've shared this with my team members before, so I'm not going to go over right now. I stand against people being sold fluff, people being sold pie in the sky dreams. I want to share with you how this business really works. And then you, not me, you can make a decision if you want to continue or if this is for you. I believe if you're asking, well, Miles, what's your opinion? Well, if you're asking me, I believe this is the most incredible business in the world and anyone can do it. But again, having said that, you have to decide if you want to do it. So again, What did I mention? Well, maybe it's not a good idea to have a list right away. Or if you have a list right now, hold off on mailing that list. I want you to learn the basic concepts of this business. Are you with me? And the basic concepts of this business, do you know where they're located? Well, if you're a member of High Traffic Academy, guys, this is not a sales pitch. This is the truth. If you're a member of High Traffic Academy, how many times have I told you folks, team members, to focus on the core training section? Folks, repetition. It's the mother of all skill. And guys, it's not, folks, good thing about, careful how I say this. One good thing about college, yes, guys, I've been to college, have a college degree, went to corporate America, blah, blah, blah. Here I am, finally doing what I want to do. But one good thing about college, guys, it teaches you how to think. That's why I do believe, and you know, you have children, my son's going to college, send them to college. And the minute they get out, do not let them go into the rat race and work for somebody else. Have them start their own business, guys. Maybe they'll work for somebody for a year, but the goal is for them to graduate and start their own business. So what was I talking about, guys? Yeah, so your list, guys, that is the most crucial component. You must understand that. But even if you have a list, I want you guys right now to learn those core basics. And here's the thing. So I said repetition is the mother of all skills. So as you're going through that core training, you know, again, yes, guys, the basic stuff. Maybe it's a little boring. Maybe it is. But that boring stuff is going to make your bank account very, very fat. I'm living proof. So again, as you go through that core training, maybe it's your 5th time. Now you kind of just know it because repetition. That's not what we're after. If you thought that's what we were after, you missed it. Team members, team ninjas, you missed it. That's not what I was trying to relate to you. Here's what I'm trying to relate to you. You need to go through training, repetitive training, till you get to a point where, yeah, you know it. But the 6th or 7th time you go through it, you know the stuff, but as you're listening, ideas are being generated. You're going to think of things you didn't think of before. You're going to think of things, how you can relate what you're learning to your business. It's going to give you ideas. It's going to give you ideas how to communicate with your list. And that is one of the biggest problems I see with internet marketers. I don't care how big your list is. Maybe your list is 10,000 people, 20,000. I don't, folks, I don't care if you're some guru and your list is 100,000 people. The key is, are those people responding to you? Are they resonating with what you are sharing with them? Your communication with them. Are you communicating with them? I would recommend do not communicate with them until you've gotten that core mastery of internet marketing, of marketing, communicating with your list. Until you've kind of gotten that down, I would recommend not communicating with your list right away in internet marketing terms. Be careful. Watch what I just said. I highly encourage you to communicate with them, but just talk to them. Just say hello. Just say, welcome. I'd like to say hello. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you decided to subscribe to my list. What I'm saying is, folks, don't try to impress them from the beginning with what you know until you've learned it. Makes perfect sense. Because here's the thing, guys. If you share with them and you're just kind of winging it, they're going to know it. And you may end up repelling them. Every time you talk to your list, you want to give them pure value, nothing else, guys. Pure value, where you can, in a way, make yourself magnetic. There's going to come a point where Susan is communicating with her list, and her list is going to get to the point like, Susan, so what are you doing, Susan? What products do you recommend? What business opportunities do you recommend? Susan, I love the way you communicate with me. I love what you've been sharing with me. I want to follow you. Can you recommend something? Folks, that's the point you want to get to. You can certainly do it. I've been able to do it. It doesn't take that long. That's why most of you are here, and each and every one of you are capable of doing that. And folks, everything I'm talking about here, we are going to break it down each and every hangout. Now, what I wanted to tell you folks is, and you're going to like what I'm going to say right here. Because of the fact that, I have this team, the Ninja Traffic Academy Mastermind team, as I'm sure you can assume, I have folks joining me regularly. Every other day, someone's joining our team. So many of those folks are new. Now, some of you guys have been with me now for 3 months. So if Robert just joined today, you folks are way ahead of him. And Robert, we got to give Robert a break. This is a fictitious Robert. Robert just jumped online. So I got to be careful with what I talk about. That's just going to go over Robert's head. So what I decided to do is, as of right now, I plan on doing these hangouts twice a month, maybe 3 times, twice a month. One of those hangouts, and I'm going to let you know, once a month, is going to be for new members. I'm going to call it new member training. So those of you that think you might be bored if I'm talking about just the basic stuff, what is a landing page, what is an autoresponder, maybe you might not want to attend that. Now, I highly encourage you to attend it. Guys, another secret I discovered years ago is listening to something over, even stuff that you already know. You hear it again, it's going to give you ideas. It's going to give you an idea that maybe you weren't thinking about before. So even during the new member trainings, even if you've been with me for like 3-4 months now, I would highly encourage you to be on those hangouts also. But again, I'm just giving you a heads up, just so you'll be like, oh, well, Miles already taught me that. I already know that. I'm a superstar. So that's going to be once a month, guys, new member training. And then the other trainings will be, moving on to more stuff, maybe a little more advanced. But folks, I'm going to do that because I think that's fair. Again, guys, you have we're all team members here, and new people are coming in, and we want to respect those new people. I'm sure you can remember where you were 3 months ago. So that's number one. Number two, and before I get to number two, I'm going to check the comments. You guys are really going to like this. So let me just refresh my screen here. We're looking good on time. And I want to check something. Here. Okay. Hey, guys, I'm going to share something with you right now I think you're going to like. But while I'm doing that, okay, if you guys have any questions about anything, not just comments, not just, hey, Miles, how you doing? That's nice. But if you have a direct question, something you'd like for me to answer for you right now, right here live, just go ahead and post in the chat section. That's right below the video. And I'm looking right now. There's a chat section. So any questions, guys, we're coming down to the home stretch. Anything you want to ask me live, just go ahead and post. Now, having said that, let me go back to my other screen here. And so great to be hanging out with you guys. I just feel so blessed to be a small part, a part of you folks' lives. So I just want to let you guys know that and you guys know this, but maybe some of the newer people, I've figured out this internet marketing game. And it is a game, folks. I want you to look at it as a game, because I don't want you to look at this as work, like 9 to 5 work, whatever you do during the day. Your goal is to get away from that. Your goal is to build an online business where you can be creative. Yeah, there's some quote work involved, but I want you to look at this as a game, as a series. It's a serious game, guys, but as a game. And you need to have a bit of that competitive nature. You need to believe in yourself. And I'm telling you, unless you work on your mindset every single day, I don't care if it's 5 or 10 minutes a day, you're not going to have the belief you need to have in yourself to carry through when the waters get a little bit rough. And they will, folks. That's for business in general. It doesn't matter if you have an online business or offline. You're going to face some challenges. But as a team, and also keeping in mind that, I got your back, guys. I'm going to be here for you 100%. There's no way you will not succeed. The only way you won't succeed is if you stop. If you just give up and you say to yourself, I just can't do this. And even then, you can still pick yourself back up and start again. So my goal, just to really put it in layman's terms, my goal is to help you folks put money in your pocket. That's it. Guys, that's why I'm here. Really, to help you put money in your pocket. That's simple. And by doing that, because guys, this world does really revolve around money, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself, money can help change lives. We all know that, so I'm not going to harp upon that. Now, here's what I wanted to share with you guys. As you all know, I am involved in several other business opportunities. I promote different products online. Again, guys, it's all about sales. That's it. It doesn't matter what the product is. Doesn't really matter what the biz op is. It's about being successful and generating sales, and it needs to be an equal exchange. You're generating sales, you're making money, but you're giving your customers something in return that's going to change their lives. And that's how you need to look at it, because that's the truth. If you are promoting or selling something that you really don't believe in, folks, don't do that. Don't do that. Sell something else. If this thing, this widget, or this business opportunity you're in, you really don't believe in it in your heart, that you believe that this thing could really help people, don't do it. Don't do it. Because, again, you may make a little bit of money, but you're not going to be able to crush it, because no matter how much you try, your heart and soul is just not going to be into it. And it really needs to be. So, as I was saying, I'm in a couple other business opportunities. And guys, I'm going to tell you what they are, okay? Again, this is my hangout, okay? I don't have to watch what I say, or I will sometimes say an income disclaimer, depending if I'm talking about money. I will do that. But, guys, I'm going to share with you what I'm involved with. Everything I'm involved with, I'm extremely proud of, and I believe in. Number one, how did I get here? All right. I got here 3 years ago by joining a business model. I don't really want to call it an opportunity, because it's not a biz op, but I purchased a product that was also comprised of a membership site. It's called High Traffic Academy. I joined High Traffic Academy version 1, almost 3 years ago. Totally changed my life. I would not be here right now talking to you if it wasn't for High Traffic Academy. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then, of course, High Traffic Academy version 2 came out. And, of course, I'm still a member. Believe in High Traffic Academy 100%. So I'm part of High Traffic Academy version 2, which is, I'm not going to get into a long story about High Traffic Academy version 2, but let's just say, this is not an exaggeration, folks. High Traffic Academy version 2 is going to change the way people market online as we know it right now. It's going to change a lot of lives. Hands down, no doubt about it. Those of you that are part of High Traffic Academy, especially you elite members, you know what I'm talking about. So that's number one, High Traffic Academy. From High Traffic Academy, my mentor, Vic Stryzus, recommended that I join a BizOp. Okay, and that BizOp name is Empower Network. I've been a member of Empower Network now from the very beginning. I think a couple of weeks after I joined High Traffic Academy, Vic built a platform called Big Idea Mastermind. You folks remember that? Big Idea Mastermind, what was a marketing platform that we used as a front end to promote Empower Network, and many people, including myself, absolutely crushed it. And I'm still a member of Empower Network. So what else am I involved with? Another BizOp, which I am extremely pumped about. This is a new one, and the reason why, the one I'm going to share with you right now, the reason why I got involved with it is because Two things are very, very important to me, besides my beautiful my family. Uh, Two things are very, 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 did I say very enough? Very important to me. Number one is my health. Because, guys, without health, I don't care how much money you make. If you keel over next week, or you can't run a flight of steps, or you got plenty of money to travel the world, but it's hard to get up and get around, what good is the money? What good is making a ton of money and you're just going to leave it to your children? I mean, yeah, you're going to leave money to your children. You're not going to be here forever, but let's enjoy some of it first, okay? So health is number one for me. And number two is wealth. I'm not interested in, this is me personally, guys. Maybe this is not you. I'm not interested in being well off or making a lot of money. I mean, I have a personal interest in getting wealthy. And the definition of wealth, in case you guys don't know, is the number of days that you can exist, function, live your life without working. For example, if you can take off a month and not work at all, but because passively residual, especially when you're in a biz op, money's coming in residually, whether it's real estate, whether it's money from you built a team and a biz op, that's residual. So whether you work or not, the money's still coming in. And I am involved with businesses that throw off that type of money. So again, everybody's definition of wealth is different. There are many wealthy people that could take off a year, but after a year, then the money would start to dry up. So for them, their wealth factor is 1 year. Some people's wealth factor may be 1 day. Some people may not be able to take off at all. But again, guys, that's what it really means when someone says they're wealthy. There are some wealthy people out there that right now could stop working for the rest of their life. That's true wealth. You can be rich, but even though you're rich, you need to keep working, okay? You need to keep the money coming in. I'm interested in wealth. That's me personally, the Seegers family. So health and wealth. Well, a couple of good buddies of mine, 5 millionaires. These 5 guys are millionaires. It's nice when your friends are millionaires. 5 guys introduced me to a business opportunity that I never really thought about. I had bought the product before. I use it. My wife uses it. But me being Mr. Super Affiliate, I never stopped to think that, wow, maybe they have an affiliate program. I just never crossed my mind. And the business opportunity / products that I'm talking about is called Beachbody. And when my buddies, John Lavinia, Tony Rush, Randy Schrum, blah, blah, what did I miss? I said Tony Rush. When they introduced this opportunity to me, they called me up one. It was about 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday night. John hit me up, John Lavinia. And he says, Miles, can you jump on Skype? We're out in St. Louis. Can you jump on Skype, brother? It was about 10:30 at night. And I said, sure. So we get on Skype. The 5 of them are sitting in a conference room, and they start telling me about this contract. Randy Schrum is telling me about this client. Randy does a lot of private consulting. I know some of you don't know Randy Schrum, but he was talking about this private consulting he was doing for a client, and he said what he had put together for the client worked so well, and the client was Beachbody. Who doesn't know Beachbody? Multi-million-dollar company. Their commercials are on 24/7. A real company, a real major company. And so he did some consulting for them. And the campaigns he put together for them did so well. The numbers were just through the roof. So he decided, hey, why don't we get a piece of this? The 5 guys, why don't we get a piece? Why don't we become affiliates? And they did. So they started building a team. They contacted people they knew, people they work with. And here's the thing. It was so funny. I'm sitting there, guys. We're almost done, guys. I'm sitting there, right? And the 5 of them are explaining this to me, very soft sell, explaining this to me. And they're like Miles, I know you have a pretty big team over here, but this opportunity we're sharing with you definitely is not going to distract from what you're doing. I know you've always been interested in health. You take care of yourself, blah, blah, blah. So they start talking. And the minute they mentioned P90X and Beachbody and Shakeology, I was kind of sitting there. And Randy mentioned, it was so funny. Randy mentioned Beachbody, and Randy said, "So Miles, are there any questions? You know, because they know I'm a pretty sharp marketer. I know the deal. So they say, any questions, anything that we can answer for you?" And I said, "Yeah, Randy, I have one question." I was very serious. I said, "Randy, Tony, John, Christian, I have one question. Where can I sign up?" And that was it, guys. That was it. Because here's the thing, folks. I'm not sitting here telling you guys to get involved in a bunch of different things, especially if you're new. What do I always tell? Focus on one thing. Focus on one niche. Focus on one industry. But as your business is starting to grow, and not your business really, well, not just your business, as you as a marketer are starting to grow, you're starting to mature. You're starting to learn things. You can certainly branch out a little and sell other stuff. That's it. So what am I doing in Beachbody? I'm selling stuff. That's it. Whether it's Shakeology or P90X or whatever the other wonderful products that they offer, I'm selling stuff. And the niche happens to be something I've been interested in for a while. Do you know there's a product on ClickBank, and they may have changed the name. It's called Fat Loss Factor. It's on ClickBank. I promoted that for a little bit years ago, and I was going to be ramping up promoting it again because I was looking for something in the health industry to add to my business. And again, I just never thought of Beachbody. So I'm just blessed that those guys came to me directly and told me about it because I wanted to add another stream of income to my business. And, you know, you folks can certainly do the same thing. Here's why. I might be wrong. I got just a few minutes left. I might be wrong, but I know a lot of people that have joined High Traffic Academy don't really understand how to use it. Do you know that everything you're doing online, I don't care what you're promoting, Empower Network, Mobe, Doobly, Beachbody, whatever you're selling, whatever you're promoting, it all should center around High Traffic Academy because High Traffic Academy is about teaching you, number one, how to become a marketer and how to drive customers / traffic to any website it doesn't matter. And it doesn't, so again, if your store is online, you're going to have a website. Okay. As a Beachbody affiliate, I have a website. As a High Traffic Academy affiliate, I have a website. As an Empower Network affiliate, I have a website. And my goal as a marketer is to get good at driving customers to my website. Doesn't matter what it is. So again, I've tacked that on as an additional stream. And I'm so glad I did because I want to help people fill their bank account. This is me. This is Miles. I want to help people fill their bank account. But I also want to help people get healthy. That's it. I'm done. Health and wealth. I feel like I hit the jackpot. So we can talk about Beachbody some other time. Again, I'm using my High Traffic Academy training to promote whatever. And again, there's a lot of junk out there, guys, so be careful. You want to promote something, number one, that you really believe in, and something that not just that you believe in, that's going to truly help people. I know that Beachbody will truly help people. I know that High Traffic Academy will truly help anyone out there that's promoting something online. I don't care if you're selling Avon or you're a real estate investor and you have a buyer seller website like I used to have, or you're in insurance and you have a website, or my barber. My barber has a website, smart guy, and he wants me to consult for him to drive traffic to his site. I told him I'd think about it. I really don't have time to do private consulting right now. But do you see my point? You know, if you don't have an online presence in 2015, you really have no business. So as High Traffic Academy members, we're taught how to drive traffic to sites, and not just drive traffic to sites, folks, but how to convert that traffic. In other words, how to turn those people that are visiting your site into customers and buyers. That's what High Traffic Academy does for us. So the good news, guys, that I was getting to, that I wanted to share with you folks is I've been debating how I should, no, that's the wrong word. I've been debating about how I want to conduct these Hangouts, because I post something on Facebook, people hear I'm doing a Hangout, they're not directly on my High Traffic Academy team, and they want to be invited. Now, and that's all good. Hey, folks, I don't take anything for granted. Somebody wants to hear what I have to say, whether they're on my team or not. I appreciate you. I'm blessed, but there may be some things I'm sharing that are only team related, and maybe it just might be for my team. If that's the case, well, then I would have a separate private Hangout just for members of my High Traffic Academy team. All right. But what I want to do is I want to open these Hangouts up. Oh, I want to open these Hangouts to the public because I believe, you may think this is a little bit corny, so I don't think it's corny. I believe I've been put on this earth for a purpose. I've figured out what it is, and it's really to help people. And the vehicle I'm using to help people is online marketing. So for those of you that are not directly on my team, you are going to be invited to Hangouts. I'll probably be inviting my list. But what I really wanted to tell you, many of you that are not directly on my Ninja Traffic Academy team, I want to welcome you and consider you part of my team. So let me explain. Guys are probably, what's he talking about? Let me explain. If you are part of any of my teams, and I have 3 teams, I do. High Traffic Academy Ninjas, Beachbody, which we're still working on a name for the team. I got a couple brewing. And of course, my Empower Network team. So if you're a member of any of those teams, I want to consider you a member of my Ninja Traffic Academy. And of course, you'll be welcome to any of the Hangouts. Private, doesn't matter. You're on one of my teams, you're part of the Ninja Traffic Academy. Now, those of you that are not directly on any one of those teams, I still want to look at you as a ninja. So I will, guys. Hey, I'm going to be reaching out to people. I'm going to be posting on Facebook. I'm going to be communicating with my list. Anyone out there, general public, even if you're not online, you want to be part of these Hangouts. You want to chime in, see what we're talking about. I'm going to be inviting you. Okay. Like I said, there may be some Hangouts where I can only share certain things. It may be, for example, if you are an elite member of High Traffic Academy, well, you know what the deal is. But some of you are not elite members, so some of the stuff that I might share with an elite member, I might not be able to share with you. And that's not really my call. Certain things I might be under NDA, okay? For example, I did, real quick, guys, I interviewed Frank Kern last week when I was out in San Diego. You know how hard it is to get an interview with Frank Kern? And those of you who don't know who he is, if you just jumped online, you will know. He's the master of the internet universe, Mr. Frank Kern, one of the most successful marketers of all time, Frank Kern. So I did an interview with him, and I shared on people with Facebook that I told people I did this interview, and people were hitting me up left and right. Miles, can I hear that interview? Well, here's the thing, guys. At this point, I'm not going to be able to share that interview with anyone unless you are directly on my team. Frank is very particular about that type of thing. And also that Hangout is going to be included in our team membership site, which I am going to be finishing up soon, guys. So that Hangout's going to be included in the membership site. So as a member, of my Ninja Traffic Academy membership site, you will eventually get access to that. So anyway, so that's it, guys. Again, if I can just help, I mean, one person, whether they're on my team or not, help them in their business, help them in some small way change their lives, that's going to make me a happy camper, because, guys, it's important to me. I really hope you guys understand that. It's important to me to help other people. And again, I know that's what I was put on this earth to do, but besides that, you folks should know this. 3 years ago, somebody helped me. Folks, I was drowning financially. My wife and I, even our marriage was under stress. It was tough, guys. And someone reached out to me and helped me. No, they didn't mentor me directly. They pointed me in the right direction. And not just that, they believed in me. They said, Miles, I don't know what you've been through in the past, but Miles, I know you can do this. And as the person was telling me that, the way he looked at me, I mean, he looked me right in my eyes. I didn't have any results yet, but I believed him. And so I really just want to be able to give back to all of you. Again, I really think that as you folks or your businesses are starting to grow, as you are starting to make money, and you will, people are going to be reaching out to you. And all I would ask from you folks is, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget that somebody helped you. Somebody spent time with you. Somebody did Hangouts for you when they didn't have to. Somebody helped you. Don't forget that when you're communicating with your list, when somebody's reaching out to you on Facebook, don't forget that somebody helped you. So with that said, guys, we are actually done. I'm going to take a quick look and see if there's any, because I did tell you guys to post questions, didn't I? So I'm going to see if there's any questions here. Let's see. No, nothing really. Cool. So, guys, what I will tell you is I do not think, because remember I did tell you guys we're going to do these Hangouts at least, I'll say it this way, at least twice a month. I don't think we're going to have one next week. If we do, I'll let you know, but I don't think we're going to have one next week. So if we're not having one next week, we're going to have one the following week, and I'll just take a look at my calendar here real quick, just to give you guys a heads up. So today's the 1st. Wow, September 1st already. So the way I'm looking at it right now, guys, is the next Hangout, and I plan on doing these on Tuesday. The next Hangout will be September 15th, 5 days before my birthday. My birthday, September 20th. So that'll be the next one. So, guys, look at it this way. Always know, if the week goes by and Miles didn't do a Hangout, you know there's going to be one next week. All right, so always look at it that way, guys. That's it, folks. All I can tell you is, or the last thing I want to tell you is, I appreciate you. You may not know it right now. You may not know it right now, but there's something special about you. I mean, if no one else has ever told you, I'm going to tell you. There's something really unique and special about you that nobody has. You may look at me, you may look at Vic, whoever, Frank Kern. You may say, man, those guys are pretty cool. They know how to make money. They've made a lot of money. Yeah, that's cool. But what about you? It has nothing to do with making money. There's things about you. There's talents that you have deep down inside that I don't have, because you're unique. There's nobody else like you. There's only one you. There's only one Susan. There's only one Bernie. There's only one Justin. There's only one Lucky. There's only one Marcy. There's no one out there like you. What you need to do is understand that. As you start communicating with your list, as you start sharing value with your list, As you're making a Facebook post, as you're reaching out to somebody to join your deal, understand that there's no one else out there like you. You know, you can model people. I model people. I model Vic. I model Frank Kern. But don't copy. You want to model and put your own spin on it. That, my friends, will make you unique and make you successful. Guys, I'll see you on the next Hangout. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm pumped, guys. You know, we have a few months left of 2015. Plenty of time, folks. Plenty of time to crush it. Plenty of time to put some money in your bank account, to treat your loved ones for Christmas. Guys, since I was a little boy, I love Christmas. Christmas comes, I feel like I'm 7 years old, getting that red bike. Can you remember that red bike? Getting that red bike all over again. I love Christmas. Being able to treat my baby, my wife, spend crazy money on her. And my wife said, you don't got to get me something. I love doing that. She knows that. Don't you want to be able to treat your family and friends, give, you know, the spirit of giving them nice gifts? You know, you can do that, folks. September, October, November, we got time. But you need to plug in, folks. You need to plug into your training, plug into these Hangouts, and you folks can certainly do whatever you want to do. Folks, that's it for me tonight. I'll see you folks on that next Hangout. Have a great week, guys.